Hi, my name is Aaron Suker. I'm with the Little Giraffe marketing team, and we're here today with Trish Moreno, the creative genius and CEO behind the Little Giraffe line. And we're here to talk about some of the hot trends for fall, some of the new products happening. So thank you so much, Trish, for taking the time to talk us through this.
Absolutely. Yes. Thanks, Aaron.
Yeah. So starting out, tell us about some of the fall fashion trends right now.
So some of the trends that have really been inspiring me this season have been the dusty neutrals. I saw a lot of dusty pinks and taupes, and then I also saw a lot of scenic prints that were kind of unusual for this season, very fresh, and some text prints that I really liked.
Great. So let's look at how have you incorporated that into the line. Show us some of the new products that are coming out.
Yeah, great. So one of the first things that I did was really get crazy about dusty pink, which is just such a beautiful kind of neutral, dusty rose tone. Our pink has always been really more bright and blush, and this one is really subdued, and I just love it. I think it's going to get a great reception this season.
This looks like a beautiful new take on your traditional pink blanket.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, and pink has always been a great seller for us, so this will be a nice enhancement, I think, to that pink blanket business. Yes. And then I also found this taupe color that I love, which is, you know, silver and charcoal have been really good performers for us for the last few seasons. And so I thought kind of going in the direction of a more feminine neutral was a good idea. So I see these as the girly versions of silver and charcoal, actually. And together they look great. And they just kind of add a little enhancement to the line. I also think this is going to be a great color for home. It'll be great for throws and throw pillows.
Excellent. What else do we have?
So some of the other things, I was really inspired by the scenic prints that I saw in home and fashion. And so I wanted to do something where I could place a print on a blanket. So usually we do more of a neutral, or a repetitive geometric print. And this season I really wanted to do something more placed. And so we did this design, it's called Bird Song. And so you can see it's just the branches with the birds resting on them. And it's a little bit different on each side, which is kind of fun. And it's the first time ever that we've done anything that was placed in this way. So I'm really excited about that for the season.
This looks beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. And then the other thing that I managed to do this season, I've been trying to actually make this work for probably 3 years, actually. When I was in the fashion industry, I was doing a lot of screen printing on T-shirts and other products. And I tried to work the screen printing on a faux fur blanket, and it was coming out really drippy and messy, and it just didn't really quite, you know, keep with the brand aesthetic. So I managed to finally get this right, I think. We're doing now placed text prints. This one is Baby Love.
Yes.
And it's super great because I can do it after the blanket is made and run it through the printing process. So it allows us to really place the print wherever we want it. And this is just the first of many, I hope, iterations that'll come in the future where we'll be able to do all kinds of phrases and messaging on our blankets.
Very cool. And this is the first time that Little Giraffe has done this, right?
First time Little Giraffe has done it. I think it's the guys that are doing it for us, it was the first time they ever did it on faux fur. It's usually just done on, you know, like a flat cotton T-shirt. So this is a really different process for a blanket. So I'm really excited about it. It's definitely the first to market.
Excellent.
Yeah. So I think that's it for kind of the products that are new for the season.
So now let's talk about some of the classic products and how they're doing right now.
Okay, great. So core to the line always has been the chenille blanket, which is this really wonderful kind of fluffy feeling blanket. I always say it's fluffy like a cloud. Yep. It's really sweet. It's a great texture for baby. It's really developmental for babies to switch texture. So we have the satin binding and then the fluffier fabric. And so babies often will attach to a specific fabric, and chenille is one of the blankets that babies really attach to. And the other blanket that's super popular that babies really respond to is the faux fur. And so this is our Luxe faux fur. It's what I consider to be one of our core basics on the line. This pink is one of our best sellers, actually.
Yes. So soft.
So soft. And again, it has the texture play from the faux fur that's kind of a raised plush texture into the satin that's really silky. And so babies love it. I know a lot of babies will just rub their fingers on the satin in the same place every night until literally there's a hole.
That's what my son does. Every night before he goes to bed, he's rubbing the satin. I think it must soothe him.
Yeah, I think it does definitely calm. It calms babies down, and it helps them kind of drift off to sleep. To have that, just kind of rubbing the texture, or on the satin or the faux fur is just very calming to babies. And to anybody. I mean, I sleep with these also. We have throws that are quite amazing and luxurious, and so we actually started making throws. This was heavy. We started making throws because parents were begging us literally to do that, to make big size blankets, and so. I sleep with this on my bed every single night as well.
And is this just for the bed, or is this for other places around the house?
Yeah, so we like to call these, in the Little Giraffe family, we call these the big kid blankets, which is really kind of fun. So these are great transitional blankets for babies. So what we find is that, when your kid is dragging their baby blanket off to kindergarten, it's time to probably transition them into a larger size blanket that's harder for them to drag, but really is soothing and calming for them to sleep with. And so a lot of parents will kind of make a deal, that you get your big kid blanket and it goes in your bed and it goes on the sofa, but it doesn't leave the house with you. And that really helps them transition into, out of their cribs and still feel safe and secure.
Yes, and I see you've pulled some neutrals. Is that kind of popular right now?
Yeah, so, the pink blanket is always the number one for baby blankets. Silver is really giving blue a run for its money. We have a lot of fans of this new silver tone. And also charcoal, which I'm holding now in the throw. And, in home and fashion, charcoal has just become a really kind of hot color, and everything I do for baby is really influenced by what's happening in home and what's happening in fashion. So
I imagine it being nice and neutral, it probably works well with other home decor.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is a really good color for interior design right now. It's happening in all kinds of different finishes, so it's a good mix.
Excellent.
Yeah, and this happens to be the extra large throw, which is pretty good size. You can cuddle up with your family in this on the sofa.
That looks like a family blanket for the sofa.
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing that is happening is the leopard right now. So we, in all my years in the fashion industry, I always had leopard as a staple. It's just been, it's never kind of out of fashion, and occasionally it goes super in fashion. And right now it's having one of those peak moments. So I was on Melrose Place the other day, and everyone was walking by in leopard print, like leopard leggings, leopard shirts. So it's happening again, which is really exciting. So this is gonna have its moment one more time. It's kind of always a basic that's on the line, but it's really trending strong right now. Just the traditional leopard print, and it's in the faux fur, the Luxe faux fur, so it has that same incredible, yummy softness of the core solids.
Excellent.
Some of the other things I'm excited about on the line that are really, the basics would be this little G. He's kind of my baby. He's one of my favorites. This guy is the first product that we designed outside of baby blankets.
And this was really a product of your invention, right? I mean, you dreamed this up and brought it to life. Right?
That is true. So it's based on the logo. We have a giraffe in our logo that doesn't really look like the traditional long-necked giraffe, but it's kind of a baby characterized version of a giraffe. And so it was really my goal to create that icon in a toy. And so we kind of put it out to the market and got many different iterations of it, and ultimately this was the winner. Yes. And I don't know, he's just so cute. He's so kind of mushable. He's super huggable. We do a lot of really specific testing with the fill, so he weighs the same. Yes. we weigh it to make sure that it stays as smushable and huggable as possible and doesn't get overstuffed.
And he's been a favorite among celebrity babies.
That is true, yeah. Suri Cruz, thank you. There was a time when she wouldn't go anywhere without her little G, and so all the magazines were picking up, footage of her traveling all over the world with little G. I think there were like multiple spreads of her with this toy. So that really put little G on the map.
Yeah. It sounds like that little G is a must-have.
Oh yeah. Yeah, little G is like, he's a staple. He's the number one toy that we have, and we've actually, put together a whole series of his friends as well. So now we have a big toy collection that includes a lot of different animals, which is pretty awesome.
Great.
Yeah. And then one of the other iterations of little G is the little G blankie.
Oh,
so
this
is like a security blankie. This is it's the 14 by 14 size security blankie, and then it has the little G head and arms. So this is a really great toy for any little child to carry around with them, and they tend to just take them with them wherever they go, and then it acts as a blankie.
It also looks great for travel too.
Yeah, it's a good kind of grab and go. It's great for the car seat.
Yes.
Great to kind of just trail along wherever you're headed.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah. And then there's another iteration of little G, which is the teether. So this is the little G teether. And what I love about this product is it is a food grade silicone. So when you're putting something in your baby's mouth, you really want to be sure that you're putting something safe. And so this is our little G character with a lot of really incredible attributes. So it's solid, so there's no chance of anything forming on the inside hollows, any kind of mold or anything like that. It always stays really hygienically safe. Yes. It's also phthalate and BPA free, and it's unbreakable, and so when the baby's cutting their teeth, they can't bite through it, which is also really cool. And you can put it in the dishwasher to keep it clean, which is like any modern parent's dream. Right. Microwave or freeze it in case you want to warm the baby's gums or cool them down. And this one in particular, we have two iterations of this on the line. One is a little thicker. The thinner one is great for the first round of teething because you can see that it's really easy to grip with little tiny hands. Yes. And then there's a whole lot of texture play on it as well that's developmental so that they can feel all the different bumps and grooves in the design.
Wow, it seems like you've put a lot of work into coming up with the perfect teether.
Yeah, thanks. This is a good guy.
Yes.
He does really well for us.
I like that it's a much more sanitary solution than some of the other offerings out there that are hollow that can get moldy and cause problems.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's one of those things with your first baby, you put it in the dishwasher and make sure it's perfectly clean, but it doesn't really pick up any dust or dirt, actually. That's the other beautiful thing about food grade silicone. But with the second baby, you're just like, you throw it on the floor and you just rub it off on your jeans or whatever and give it back to the baby. But yeah, this is a great little teether for probably 3 months to a year. It's a great time for this.
Excellent.
And then it acts as a toy as well. It's a good, fun thing for a baby to take around with them.
Yeah, so that looks like a great gift as well. If you're giving a blanket at a baby shower, it's a nice add-on to the package.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, next let's talk about a very important topic for all the new parents out there. What products do we have that can help their children sleep better at night? So this one's for all the parents that are working off of a couple hours of sleep. What do we have, Trish?
Yeah, I feel for all those parents that are sleep deprived for sure. So this is a product that we designed. It's called our Dream Sack. And it's wonderful because you can put it right on over the baby's pajamas. Okay. And it's designed to make it easy for you to change a diaper if you need to. Mm-hmm. In the middle of the night, it has a zipper that goes from the bottom up, so you don't have to disturb the baby to do it, and you can just kind of change the diaper and then re-zip it. You can hear it's very quiet too. We got a very quiet zipper. Excellent. And then at the top, we have snaps that allow you to undress the baby, after they wake up. So the product is uniquely designed to make it easy to take care of the baby in the middle of the night and also to get in and out of it. Yes. And it's an incredibly soft fabric. It's super fluffy on the inside and out. It's a single ply fabric and double-faced. So you can see that it's soft on the inside and on the outside.
Really soft and fluffy.
Yeah, and it's got a little satin binding around the edge of it, and it's one of our sweetest, best-selling fabrics or products for helping babies sleep.
Excellent.
And then I also did it in denim just because I'm a fashion person.
Yes.
So we did a little denim pocket version of it, which is so cute. It has a little pocket here cool. Just for decoration. Yes. And same design, same thing with the bottom zipper. So it's perfect for that fashion baby.
Yes. My son loves his denim blanket, so this would go well with it.
Oh yeah, and we have the blanket version of this too, with the, it's denim on one side with the pocket, and then has the reverse to chenille. That's a great product. Oh, I'm glad you have that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about some new iterations of the basics. What do we have, Trish?
Yes, so the Luxe fabric, the Luxe faux fur is one of our best-selling fabrics, and so I've been able to find some really interesting new texture plays on the faux fur. So this one is called the Waterfall, and you can tell it kind of looks like a waterfall to me. Yeah. And it has like a nice texture play throughout the product that is same softness of the solid Luxe, but it's just another way of expressing it. And that one, I have it here in the charcoal and also in the cream.
This is a very stylish take on the Luxe.
Yeah, it's definitely like a high fashion. Yes. It's a high fashion blanket and high texture, which is really cool. And then one of the other iterations that we have is the Herringbone. This is the lavender version. And I just love this herringbone because it still has that same softness, but it has kind of that like braided texture that takes it to a whole new level. And mixed with the white, it's really a fun, contrasty print in that way with the white and lavender together. So I love this. This comes in a bunch of colors on the line as well.
It's got a unique texture, but that trademark little giraffe softness.
So true. Yes. Yeah. And then this is one of my favorite products. This is the Marrakech swaddle blanket.
So this is really a fashion take on a swaddle blanket. So it's not like all of the other swaddle blankets with kind of the kid patterns on it. And this is a really neat product.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, no, this is definitely the luxury swaddle blanket. Yes. It actually was inspired not by the baby industry at all. It was inspired by some things I saw in the fashion industry, and I just loved the frayed edges, and I loved the hand on the fabric. It was just so soft. So, you're not going to see from me a lot of ditzy prints on fabrics for baby. I really get all my inspiration from home and from fashion, and I think that, look, we wear our babies, it's like, I want to look good while I'm doing that, and I want the baby to look good. So it kind of adds this extra element of, coolness maybe to, swaddling your baby. And it also has a lot of multiple functions as well. You can swaddle your baby and get them nicely wrapped in this, and that's great when they're really little.
Right.
But as they get older, this is a great car seat blanket. It's a great nursing cover. It works like to lay it out in the park and sit on it.
Strollers too.
Stroller blanket, it's great.
Yeah.
It has so many different functions. So
Yes.
I think it looks great. It's got a nice fashion edge to it. And hey, you know what? When your baby's too old for it, you can wear it as a scarf.
Oh, the ultimate product.
Yeah, exactly. It does everything.
It does. So next up, I know we have some of your favorites here, Trish. Tell us
Yes.
about these new throws.
Okay, so this is my number 1 favorite, actually. It's called the Luxe Knit Throw. It is just beyond. I mean, this moves me.
Yes.
So my goal was to figure out how to make the Luxe, which is our best-selling throw fabric, and that's the faux fur, into a knit. And it was hard.
Yeah.
There's so little of this out there, and it was really difficult to kind of get the yarn to act like the faux fur. But we finally nailed it, and I'm so in love with this. It's just my favorite thing. It has the most insane drape.
Right.
It's so cozy and yummy, and it's just more soft and more amazing than anything out in the market. I have never seen anything like it.
Yes. It's so thick and fluffy. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, it's so fresh.
Yes.
So I'm really excited about it. We have it in 2 colors. This is called Fog, and it's very similar to our charcoal, but you can see it has like white tips,
Yes.
which just make it kind of contrasty and fun and give it a little bit of pattern. And then we also have it in the espresso. Same incredible softness. This one, I don't know why this one even feels softer.
Right.
It's amazing. Yeah, I just love it. This is my favorite new, for me, this is my favorite new item.
Awesome.
I love having it in my home.
Yes, this looks beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. So next up, let's talk about the toys. It looks like Little G has turned into a whole family.
That is true. Little G and friends. So these are a few of his friends. So we have Foxy. I like to call him Foxy. He's little F, but I like to call him Foxy. And little L, who's the lion. And I like when you kind of mohawk his mane a little bit. He looks even cuter. And then we have Unicorn, the cute little horn, and a little mane. I like them all in profile. Aren't they cute?
They are.
And then we have the elephant, who has a cute little upward turned trunk. And then Owl. I don't know, Owl to me is just one of the cutest ones, because look at his little stance. Like, he's just so funny.
He really is.
And I like to fix him into a mohawk too. He's just got style, this guy. So yeah, that's the Little G family.
My daughter's obsessed with unicorns, so I know she'll have to have the unicorn.
We got to get her one, yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time today, Trish, and walking us through the new products and this season's trends. When will the new products be available?
So all the new products that we showed today are going to be available in July and August. And all the basics are always available online at littlegiraffe.com, or you can find them in baby boutiques across the country or all doors for Nordstrom.
All right. Well, happy shopping, everyone, and thank you again, Trish, for taking the time with us today.
My pleasure. Thanks, Aaron.